In this video, I will show you how to find the perimeter and area when you're dealing with combinations of shapes similar to this one. So this shape is a right triangle attached to a semicircle. So if I want to find the perimeter of this, understand that I'm really only talking about three edges. I've got this edge right here. I've got this edge right here, and I've got this edge right here. Those are the three lengths that we have. In fact, I think I'll just go around and number them all. I'm going to call this length 1, this is going to be length 2, and this will be length 3. So I need to find those. Length 1 is the one that's just straight given to us. That's 10. Length 2 takes a little bit more work. All we really have to do is the Pythagorean Theorem, though. To find this hypotenuse of this right triangle, we've got the horizontal distance of 10. The vertical distance is 24. So using the Pythagorean Theorem, that's just going to be the square root of 10 squared plus 24 squared. So that's 676. So that's the square root of 676. Which is 26. All right. Now, the last thing we have to do is find length 3. Length 3 is half of a circle. Now, we're talking about perimeter, so the perimeter of a circle is called the circumference. We're just talking about the border. The formula for circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. The radius here is 12, so this would be 2 pi times 12. So that would be the circumference of an entire circle. But this is not an entire circle, this is just half of a circle, so that's why I'm going to do half of this. So the 1/2 and the 2 are going to cancel each other out, and that's going to leave me with 12 pi. So now we have all three lengths. So to get the whole perimeter, all I have to do is add these up. So we would do 10 plus 26 plus 12 pi. So that's going to be 73.70. Got to round up. And let's not forget the units, centimeters. Okay, so now let's switch gears and talk about the area. So when you're dealing with the area of a compound shape, you're going to split the shape into smaller areas that you can easily find the area of. So I'm going to look at this as area 1, and I'm going to look at this as area 2. So area 1 is a triangle. So the formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. The base of the triangle is 10. And the height of the triangle is 24. So that's going to be 120. So that's area 1. Area 2 is a semicircle. So half of a circle. The formula for the area of a circle is pi r squared. So that's pi, and then again the radius is 12. okay, considering the diameter is 24. So that's pi 12 squared. Now, that would be the area of a full circle, but this is half of a circle, a semicircle, so that's why I'm going to do half of this. So that is 72 pi. Okay, so the total area, I will just add these two smaller areas together. So if I do 120 plus 72 pi, that's 346.19. And this is area, so it'll be centimeters squared. I like problem number 4. It looks pretty interesting because instead of having two shapes that are being added together, this is really a subtraction of two shapes. This is a rectangle with a quarter circle that's taken away, like a bite that's taken out of the rectangle. But anyway, that'll mean more when we're doing the area. As far as the perimeter, we're still just adding up the lengths along the border. So this has 4 lengths that we need. We need to find this length right here. We need to find this length. We need to have this length. And we need this length. All right, so we're just going to find those 4 lengths. And I'm going to call this length 1, and this will be length 2, and this will be length 3, and this will be length 4. So let's see, length 1 is given, that's 20. Length 2 is also given, that's 9. Okay, length 3 is going to take a tiny bit more thought. If I only knew what this length right here was, then I could easily calculate what length 3 is. Well, guess what? I do know what this length is, because this is the radius of this circle. You know, we see a little quarter circle here. This is the radius. Well, the radius will be the same in all directions. So this is also the radius. And we know what this side is, because look over here to the right. See, the height of this rectangle is 9. Well, that's going to be the same on this side of the rectangle. So this radius is 9. And because it's the radius, then I know that it will also be 9 in this position. So if this is 9, then since the whole side of the rectangle is 20, that means length 3 must be 11. All right, because together that would make 20. So that did take a little bit of thought, but now we know that length 3 is 11. Okay, so that just leaves length 4 that we need to find. So let's see, length 4, since we're talking about length, this is one portion of the circumference of a circle. The circumference is like the perimeter of a circle. So the circumference formula is 2 pi r. So that would be 2 pi times 9, since the radius is 9. So 2 pi 9. Now, that would be the circumference of the entire circle. But I can see that this is just a quarter of a circle, so it's going to be 1/4 of this. Okay, and 2 times 9 is 18, so this is really 1/4 of 18 pi. Okay, now this is going to reduce down. I'm looking at 18 over 4, which is what this really is, and that's going to reduce down to 9 over 2. So this is really like having 9 pi over 2. So that's length 4. So if I want the whole perimeter, I just need to add up these 4 lengths. So if I just go 20 plus 9 plus 11 plus 9 pi over 2. That's going to be 54.14. And we're talking about length, so that's just going to be feet. Now, like I mentioned a minute ago, the area is going to be really interesting here because this shape is a combination of shapes, but it's not the addition of 2 shapes. It's really a rectangle with a quarter circle taken away. So this is going to be subtraction. So you can see this as a rectangle minus the quarter circle. So that's what we're doing. So don't forget that we're talking about area. So first I'm going to find the area of the rectangle. And of course that's really simple because the area of a rectangle is just base times height, so that's just going to be 20 times 9. So that's going to be 180. So that's the area of the rectangle. Now let's find the area of the quarter circle. Okay, don't forget that we know that the radius of the circle is 9 because this is 9. So the area of a circle is pi r squared, so that would be pi 9 squared. But that would be the area of an entire circle. This is only a quarter of a circle, so that's going to be 1/4. So if we want to find the area of this strange shape, remember that what we have to do is take the area of the rectangle and subtract the quarter circle. So we're going to just go ahead and do 180, because that's the area of the rectangle, minus the area of the quarter circle, which is 1/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and put 81 pi. 9 squared is 81. So that's going to be 116.38. And because this is area, we will say square feet. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Go ahead and click here in the red apple to watch the next video. Click in the green apple to subscribe, or click the yellow apple for the full playlist.